For centuries, we have looked at the natural world and asked where we fit. Are we fundamentally above the landscape or part of its architecture? For the majority of human history, the complexity of life was explained through divine design. This cathedral-like view of nature saw every living thing as the direct work of a celestial architect. Under this framework, every creature was considered a fixed creation, crafted exactly as it appears today, from the lion on the plains to the first humans. This worldview defined our early identity. We saw ourselves as a separate category of existence, operating entirely outside the biological rules that governed the animal kingdom. Charles Darwin did not begin his work seeking to dismantle this identity. He arrived at his conclusions through decades of documentation and observation. By studying island ecosystems and the fossil record, Darwin noticed that life is not a collection of static monuments. It is a process of constant adaptation to the environment. Darwin saw a parallel in artificial selection. Humans have selectively bred dogs, transforming ancestral wolves into vastly different forms over a few thousand years. He realized that nature performs a similar selection process, where advantageous traits ensure survival. It was a realization that suggested species were far more malleable than history had assumed, setting the stage for a crisis in human identity. We can observe the mechanics of evolution occurring in real time. This chart shows the results of the long-term evolution experiment, tracking bacteria across tens of thousands of generations. We can see beneficial mutations accumulate and spread through the population, the same process that allows modern mosquitoes to survive industrial pesticides. This microscopic process leaves a physical trail across millions of years. Sedimentary strata act as a chronological archive, where older layers hold simpler life forms and newer layers preserve their more complex descendants. The evidence is written into our skeletons. The forelimbs of whales, humans, and birds are adapted for different environments, yet they share a nearly identical bone layout, a homology suggesting a shared ancestral blueprint. The convergence of live microbial data and ancient skeletal structures leads to a single conclusion. All living things are branches of a shared tree of life, connected by common ancestors. The final test of human exceptionalism is our DNA. Great apes possess 24 pairs of chromosomes. Humans have 23. This creates a specific biological requirement. If we share a common ancestor with apes, the missing chromosome pair must be accounted for within our own genome. Researchers found the record on human chromosome 2. Its genetic sequence matches 2 ancestral ape chromosomes fused head-to-head. The evidence is structural. Alongside telomere sequences trapped in its center, it contains the deactivated remains of a second centromere. This molecular signature is the physical link between humanity and the other great apes. It integrates humans into the animal kingdom, providing a biological record of our shared history. If human life emerged through natural laws of survival and adaptation, the old idea of a separate, divine design for our species faces a difficult collision. Evolution does not inherently contradict the existence of God. However, it does replace the concept of a static, separate creation with a dynamic, natural history. While some reject these findings to maintain a literal interpretation of creation stories, many others integrate evolution into their faith, viewing it as a breathtaking natural mechanism. This understanding is now the foundation for our most critical sciences. It allows us to trace the origins of genetic diseases, combat drug-resistant bacteria, and understand human psychology as a set of survival adaptations. Evolution's ultimate legacy was a shift in the human reflection. We look at the natural world and recognize ourselves as a branch growing from the same ancient tree.